Hi, welcome. Welcome to this transmission from hiding to being me. My camera feels blurry. I'm not sure if this is the light or is not getting me. But anyway, I am here. Hopefully, it will clear a little bit. I am here and you are here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are here, as previously, I would love you to anchor your presence by saying, I am here in the comments below, or say anything that you feel. But I am here really allows you to come out of hiding as well. I'm sharing my story of hiding. Perhaps you resonate, perhaps you feel similar. If you don't feel that you are hiding in your life right now, maybe you resonate with what I'm saying through your past or through other people, but maybe you'll find certain areas where you are still hiding. And yeah, anchoring your presence really allows you to be true to yourself and say, yes, I am here and I'm allowing myself to be seen. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's let's start with actually saying what I want to share today. This camera really bothers me. I don't know. Anyway, you see, now we are speaking today about emotions, uncovering the emotions, and how to be truthful to ourselves beyond the emotions. And I feel frustration because I can't see myself fully, and having good view is important. Well, let me just shut it down for a moment. Better? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And you see, in the past, I feel like I would probably shut my video down and like all other things would happen. But now I'm just, let's go. If it bothers you, I invite you to close your eyes while listening to this transmission, or even this is really good. As you listen to me, and the image may be distracting a little bit, can you allow yourself to be present with the discomfort that you are feeling? Because I often feel like that when I watch other people and maybe the sound is not right, or the video is blurry, or it cuts off, and it feels frustrated, like I want to listen to this, but something is wrong. And in the past I would think, oh, this is a sign that I should not watch it. But we give meaning to things. We are the ones that decide what sign means. And if you want to give the sign that meaning, then feel free. But I like to treat everything in my experience as something that empowers me. And if I want to watch it, I won't let anything to sway me away from it. And as much as I'm feeling a lot of emotions flowing through me, I allow myself to stay present with them and reaching deeper layers of myself. But yeah, let's ground first, and then I will start sharing with you the layers of emotional stripping away that I've been going through in my life. And I'll give you a few examples. And yes, today we are speaking about emotions, uncovering the emotions. Yesterday we spoke about stripping the body. Tomorrow we'll go to the mind, revealing the mind, and then the day after to emerging the I, the self, the essence of who we truly are. And the day before yesterday, there was an introduction to this series as well. So find a seat that feels comfortable, perhaps wiggle a little bit, roll your arms up, back and down. Close your eyes if you have not closed them yet. We are going to do 3 breaths. If you've been with me, you know what to do. But if you are new, we are going to inhale and exhale through the nose, inhaling with intention to gather the essence of ourselves from the energy scattered outside of the body. We are bringing this back into the body. So we are inhaling, holding the energy on top of our head for a few moments. I will guide you through this. And then as we exhale, we send our awareness down. We guide this energy down into our pelvis and then into our legs and feet. As we guide the energy down, we say internally, I am here, anchoring our presence in this moment, in this body. We have a little pause and normal breathing in between those 3 breaths. So I invite you to notice what you are feeling right now before we start. Exhale all the air out. In. Hold. And as you exhale, send the energy down, saying, I am here. Continue breathing normally and notice what you are feeling, if anything is shifting at all. Let's breathing again. Hold. And send the energy down, saying, I am here. As you connect to your pelvis and then your legs and feet. Be aware of any sensations or emotions arising. And one more inhale. Hold. And as you exhale, I am here, sending the energy down your body. Notice your presence. Feel yourself grounded in your body, experiencing this moment, this space, this universe, here and now. Allow your breath to be natural without controlling it. Just simply observe it. Let it be. And now, because we are speaking about emotions today, I would love you to ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What am I feeling right now? You may want to start with naming the sensations. You can name them out loud. Sometimes it helps for ourselves to ground, anchor in the sensation. So you may want to say, I am experiencing tightness in my chest, or tingling in my fingers, or tension in my left knee, or heat on my cheeks. Whatever it is, just notice, name it. And now you can ask yourself about emotions. What emotions am I feeling or experiencing right now? There may be fear arising. And where is this fear? Do you feel it in your chest, in your belly? Can you locate it? I'm feeling sadness or grief or frustration, anger, maybe joy, excitement, pleasure, love, appreciation. And don't attach to the emotions, because as you name them, as you acknowledge them, they may shift. You may feel fear. And then when you ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Or what am I feeling when I'm feeling fear? Suddenly there is frustration. And underneath frustration, there is excitement. And then there is sadness. And then there is fear again. Just acknowledge the waves that you are experiencing. And if you are experiencing just one emotion, or perhaps nothing at all, maybe sensations or not even sensations, can you notice that numbness is also an experience, a feeling of something? Numbness, freeze. And without judging, just allow it to be present. And now I invite you to do a process of self-inquiry and ask yourself, who is the self that is feeling all these sensations and emotions, but it's not those sensations and emotions? Who is the self that is feeling? Who is the you, the one that you call I? that feels. But it's not the anger, the hatred, the appreciation, the joy, the tightness, the stiffness, the electric current. And again, this question is to be dropped into the body, not for the mind, not for the head to answer. Allow it to be experienced from the body. Experience the I that is feeling. I am, and I am feeling. I am experiencing feeling. With this awareness in your body of the one that is you, I invite you to take a deeper breath. Let it go. And still holding these sensations, this feeling, this experience, open your eyes. This light still bothers me, but I feel like this is a beautiful example of how we can feel emotions and not let them lead our life, not let them ruin our experience. Although, just give me one moment. I'm going to check if I can connect with my phone to this light and maybe change it. No, I'm logged out. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, I feel like this is perfect because in the past, and notice if you can relate, in the past, I would be feeling an emotion of something I'm experiencing, and then I would feel overwhelmed, and I would feel like something is wrong with my reality. Therefore, if I have a responsibility towards you, I would feel like this need of over apologize or to try to fix it, but to rush things, to ruin things, to probably close this recording, and then I would not be able to go live again on this link. Then people would have missed this recording, I would have wrong link, and it would cause so much chaos. And right now it's like I am here. I am experiencing a reality that perhaps I did not want to experience it consciously, right? We want things to be smooth. But at the same time, can I be okay with my experience without trying to I don't know the word, without trying to reject it or deny it or shame it? Can I just be okay and the ideas that come to me for me to fix it, to make it better, to make it more pleasurable for both of us. Can I do it? Okay, I wiped my camera, did not work. I moved my desk, my laptop, did not work. I tried to log in it to the light, it did not work. Nothing that I've done have helped. Can I be okay with it? And you see, that's why I love sometimes not planning what to speak about, because there is room for divinity to guide me, right? For the experience to flow through itself. And if I have a strict plan of what I want to share and I can't share it because of something, or I feel like sharing something else, then I would have battle inside of me. And maybe I would beat myself up for not following the plan as I used to in the past. But now it's like, it's an experience and I am okay with who I am. I am comfortable with what's flowing through me. And this even is bringing up so many emotions right now. I want to honor that for a moment. And I'm pausing because it wasn't always like this. This is quite new to me. I mean, perhaps over a year or two. But before that, I would feel like I would want to, I think I said earlier, please other people, and I would abandon myself and my own needs and desires. And my own need right now and desire is to deliver this transmission in the best way I can, being anchored in the moment rather than worrying about the light or fixing the light or fixing this blurriness. And there are emotions present for me to be connected to myself. I can explain in this way. There is I, that is the center of my being. For example, this is I. And there are different layers from all over. And those layers, when presented with different situation, activate. We have built those layers throughout our life, those masks, I would say. And those layers have emotional charge and they have mental patterns as well. But we're speaking today about emotions. But I will mention that each emotion have a lot of thoughts. So thoughts can lead us back to emotions and what's here to be felt. And emotions can show us our patterns at the same time. So those layers of ourselves, I often have a vision of onion, and that may help you. Activate with different experiences at different times. And when we are not able to be present with what is, we are acting from this emotion. We are giving it more power to control our life. And often it's like hardens and solidifies in our personality. And the more we use it to run our life, the more we identify with it. So that's why sometimes when we do it for many years, it's so difficult for us to separate ourselves from our emotions, what we feel, or the tension in our body, right? Because if my chest is always tense or my belly is always cramped, then I don't know how it feels for it to be relaxed. Therefore, this is my norm. Therefore, I don't feel it much unless I go for an experience or maybe a massage or some emotional release, suddenly it's like, wow, my stomach feels way lighter and I don't know what just happened. But if we have all these layers built and we get triggered by external environment, emotion arises in our body, and when we are connected to our truth and our presence, suddenly our presence, our loving presence, loving awareness is like fire melting or thawing that icy emotion, frozen emotion that has been in our field. And as this happens, suddenly we may start to feel in our body a lot of emotions flowing through. But we also are able to acknowledge that what's happening, we don't have to react and we don't have to give it meaning based on what we feel. We can allow ourselves to feel the emotion and still be connected to love, to truth, to peace. And it's totally different experience to, for example, experience fear from the place of fear, or experience fear from the place of love. I've experienced grief, and if we experience grief from the place of grief, from the place of fear, from the place of any other layer, that's probably, first of all, it's super challenging. It feels very heavy, like suffering quality. And it's totally different experience to experience grief and feel that loving awareness within us. And from that place of our truth, when we don't hide beyond or behind those emotions, any emotion stop being a suffering. It's just an experience. And our soul came here to experience all variety of things. And for the soul, there is no good emotion or bad emotion. We as humans give it meaning, and we as humans make it into something. Throughout my process, I actually realized that all emotions are holy, all emotions are sacred. Yes, they guide us to, they are our guidance system, and they can guide us towards ourselves or away of ourselves. If we feel fear, we know that it's a sign to come back to love. But if we feel love, joy, excitement, peace, we know that we are home, right? We are connected more to our essence. So yeah, it's very aligned that this light is not working, and the veil, the mystic veil, is blurry. And this is also a metaphor for how we feel our emotions. If we are watching ourselves from this layer of illusion, identifying with emotions, we can't see life clearly. We see through fog, through illusion. Or I often imagine water when it's not still, when it's stormy, right? We can't see clearly. But as the water settles, when we are connected to still water of our heart, suddenly we can see clear reflection of the sky or the trees by the water. Yeah, it's a beautiful metaphor. So here is a transmission about emotions, life in action. Me being myself, stretching and raising my arms. Come on, stretch with me a little bit, because I want us to feel comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time, even though you can see me and I can't see you. But I know you're here. I know you're here. What else do I want to share with you today? You know what? I'm going to share with you a recent story about emotions. So, without getting too much into details of what happened, basically, I felt inspired to share something with someone that I did not know. And every time I wanted to approach that person, for some reason, my body would go to freeze mode. It was like I knew I wanted to do it. There was, it was like I got an inspired vision or action to do it. So it was, yeah, beautiful. And then every time I would show up, I would not be able to speak and even come to that person. And this happened for a while, a few times. And I've been working through like mental patterns and connecting to emotions and getting deeper underneath it, and bringing laughter into this medicine of laughter, which is good. Until one day, the day before, I realized actually that life is too short, and I went live that day as well and had transmission because of something what happened, and the message that came to me: live your life now before it's too late. Say yes to life before it's too late. And I was like, yeah, I need to do the things that I want to do, right? Why am I delaying? And the moment I wanted to approach the person, again, there was freeze. But as I stopped, my body was in freeze mode. And freeze mode feels like you can't really do anything. It almost like controls you. But there are emotions that I have not been able to feel. And obviously these emotions have been carried from the past, and they just activated through that experience. And as I felt it, I also felt the present within me that wanted to do it. And it was very weird because in my free state, I was able to move myself, or maybe I don't even know if I moved myself to approach the person, or I I surrendered and allowed myself to be guided and walked over to that person and speak. And and it happened to me before, actually, now I remember. And it's like, for me, it was like wow, because before I identified with the freeze so much that I was not able to do anything. But that moment proved to me that I could be in a freeze mode and I could still allow the emotions to be present and not to control my life. I could still be the one that does what wants to be done through me, rather than identifying with the limitations. And this is what emotions often show us, our limitations. But can we allow them to be? Like they say, feel the fear and do it anyway, right? Courage is not thinking, making yourself feel courageous, is about acknowledging that I have a fear. This is also many patterns in my life when I recognize I'm so scared and I can't do this, and I feel fear, overwhelming fear. But I know it has to be done, and I show up and do it. And it's like, wow, I did not have to wait for the bravery, the courage to come to me. I did not have to shift my state of being. Although it's nice sometimes to dance, to release, to stand in the mirror and do a power pose to change the state of the body, because state of the body helps us shift the the energetics of the body. But I can also just stop for a moment, be present with what is, and do what needs to be done. Allow myself to be guided, but by something greater than me, the small me. And something greater than the small me is the higher self, and the I that I've been hiding behind those layers of illusion. And those layers of illusion, trust me, they want to stay, they want to have power, because if they don't have power, if they don't have our energy, they die. They stop existing. We see them for illusion and they just like disappear. And when we are identified with them and when we give them our energy, our focus, they stay. So of course they do everything, they try all the different tricks in our mind for us to not abandon them. But when we withdraw our attention, when we allow the emotions to be present and integrate in our body, that's where the alchemy happens, that's where the magic happens. And this is the process that helped me to uncover my emotions, go into those different layers of onion. And sometimes the process, especially at the beginning, it feels like, oh, I removed this layer, this is me, this is so me. And then I remove another layer. I was like, oh, I thought this was me, but now this is really me, this is my true self. And then you remove another layer. It's like, oh no, I thought this was me last week or last month, and now I reach really more truth about myself. And it's a process, and until we realize that there is a core that I like to say is I am. But also when we open onion and when there is a core in the onion, when we remove the core, there is nothingness or emptiness. And in that emptiness, we can notice that everything is. And I like to see that I is not something that is hard structured, but is a channel, right? Or a vessel where everything or life can flow through, and life flows through based on the experiences that I've had, the integration that I've emotional integration, mental integration that I've done throughout my life, that the vibration or the frequency that have built me as individualized self, as individualized human self, me, Beata, in this human body on this planet. My experience causes the vessel to experience the world uniquely and personalized. It's like only I can see the world through my lens. I can invite you to my world and I can describe how I'm seeing the world, but you cannot see the world through my eyes, but you can see, because you are seeing the world through seeing me through my eyes. So you have another filter of seeing me, if that makes sense. And even if you stand near me right now and we look at the moon, we would see the moon differently. We would, even a tiny angle makes a difference, right? And all our experiences make our life seem different because everything influences everything. So I feel like this message for today and uncovering emotions is really about, firstly, allowing ourselves to be present with whatever arises, however uncomfortable it is. And my mentor often says, one of my mentors, find comfort in discomfort. But it's also about noticing that those layers, while integrated, give us a unique viewpoint of life that is beautiful, that is you, and that allows you to stop hiding your truth, your essence through which the world is experienced, and for you to actually embrace it and say, yes, I'm myself, I am unique, my view of life and view of myself is unique, and can I make it mean something? Can I give it meaning? And can I live my life with that knowingness that I matter, I am important, my experience matters in this world? And anytime you struggle with an experience and emotions, firstly, I would invite you to daily practices, because they are gold. But if you can remember and program your mind to remind you that every time there is some kind of trigger and overwhelming emotions, can you just take a deeper breath, but not forcing, not like, because that already can cause tension in the body. Can you just take a little bit deeper breath, allowing it to be natural, lean back and notice that there is you that is feeling. And the you that is feeling the experience right now is the real you. And the experience itself is just an experience of this moment. And as you are present with it, without judging it, it starts to alchemize, it starts to shift, and suddenly you start to see the world a little bit differently. You see, even my camera got better. The blurriness is gone. Yay! Let's celebrate it. As we go into the end of this transmission, it's like we are in emotions, now we're leaning back and coming back to ourselves, and the view is clear. It's just amazing. Thank you, universe, for giving us this opportunity and these teachings of the blurriness of the camera. Thank you for letting us to use it as an example of understanding reality. And maybe there is no end. Maybe there is end as END, the end. Let me just see. Yes, I actually feel complete. It went completely different way that I have planned, that I have participated. I mean, I did not plan, but I've had some contemplations on it. But I'm really glad, and I'm really glad that you're here. If anything moved in you, if anything became clear, or maybe you have questions, please drop it in the chat. I would really appreciate it, and I will respond to you as much as I can. And if you've watched my other videos, I am guiding personalized transformational journey, one-on-one transformational journey called Emerge. And it's for those that are done hiding and want to live their truth. So if you are one of them, and if you would like my guidance, my support in this process for you, I would love you to reach out. The link is at the bottom below, underneath the video, in the description of the video. And please come back to the breath, come back to leaning back, come back to your presence, your body, to the one that is aware of the body, and enjoy this life experience of your truth without hiding yourself, because you are beautiful, and I see you and I feel you and I believe in you, and I want everybody to emerge in this world and really become the true self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Tra la 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 la. I can't close this. Okay. The end.